when you start talking about strengthening policies on guns and legal weapons, we also get a lot of people in the African American community who start saying, well, I want my gun too. I think my question is to you and to the panel, anybody, how do we get people to understand, specifically in our community, that if we don't strengthen the gun laws, if we don't make them stronger, if we don't make it harder to get them, because the NRA is enjoying friendship with people like our police chief, our chief of police, right now. And that's just politics, that's my opinion. But the point is, how do we get people to understand that these guns off the street and these guns, and strengthening the policies to get people from getting hold to these guns is a must for us if we're going to change that. I think that's a great way to lay it out. But how do we get our folks to understand that it's okay? If you're doing all the right things, you should be able to get it done. But if you're not, you shouldn't be able to get it done.
And I think that one of the things we also need to be mindful of is that the type of gun we get. A shotgun, I think, it perhaps is best for your home. Because somebody come in there, they're moving around, jumping around, they're sneaking around, it might be 2 or 3 of them, you need a big blast. That 38 you got, they're going to come out with their Uzi or whatever. They're going, yeah, you don't have enough firepower with just a pistol trying to take one of them out. Then, when you're talking about protection in public, I think certainly we're seeing the need for those of us who are living legally and legalized lifestyles. We certainly have the entitlement to a gun. I think that, however, we need to be careful about the utility of that. Because I don't own a gun. I don't own a gun at all. Because I'm just, I got a bad temper. I don't know what that So, my man Solomon, who's our director, Solomon Choice, he's director here at the center. We've known each other since we were 5 years old. And we've been in the streets together, left the streets together. He started laughing when he said that because he knew I had a temper, a violent temper. And my point being, however, is what we need to know is when you're carrying that gun, you're almost more susceptible to being killed. Because you know what happens? What good is a gun when somebody gets to jump on you? You'll get killed. They might come up to you at the car window. What do you think? Right. You ain't gonna let you reach down. You ain't gonna let you move at all. You're gonna get killed. So the pistol isn't really doing you much good in public, because anyone that wants to pull a pistol on you has got the jump on you. And so that's my observation about having guns, is that the utility of having them in public is a lot valuable than you think. In fact, it's more deadly for you than it is protective of you. Now at home, you need to be able to spray when they come in there. An automatic weapon should be illegal, so you can spray with a shotgun. At least, and you don't have to kill them with a shotgun. Them bucks hit them and they fall back. Now you get over them, they still want to move. Let me stop giving out directions on how to stay.
Well, the truth is, and also, if I can talk about 4 minutes, also, you know, NRA is one of the strongest lobbies in the world. And, you know, we're talking about policy, which Your Honor talked about. This is my cell phone. I can give it to my brother here. He can't do a damn thing with it because he don't have a thumbprint on it. There's technology out there for weapons that can be. Now, if I need a thumbprint to get into my phone, if my car is programmed to where my hand works on my car, we can't come up with technology, and there is technology for smart guns. It helps in about 3 different ways. Number one, you break in my house, you take my gun, have it, you can't do a damn thing with it.
All right.
Number two, if I'm a cop and we're struggling and he takes my gun, well, there's one thing I can take off the table as a cop saying I fear for my life. Because even if you wrestle my gun from me, you can't take it. So there are so many different pieces of utility. Just now, it's unfathomable that in the 1900s you have the Model T and you have all these advances in cars. But fundamentally, a weapon has not changed over the years. And the technology is out there to do so. But the NRA is such a strong lobby, and you get these Republicans in here that say they're going to take your guns. No, they're going to make them step up to the plate and do what they're supposed to do. So not only is it public policy, but that proliferation of guns. Now, the assault weapons ban that used to be on the street when you couldn't have all these high-powered weapons. Bambi is not on Mac and Meatwood. Bambi is not on Linwood and Philadelphia. Only thing you hunting on Linwood and Philadelphia is people. And if you don't understand your field of fire, when you let that thing off, you're going. It is completely devastating to our communities. So an assault weapons ban. And if they're worried about the folks that already got their guns, turn them into the government, send them overseas, and all these governments that are trying to fight, that don't have guns, give them those weapons and let them fight over there. But get them out of our community.